Jithegamer Tactical, the ultimate home for Battlefield 6, future FPS. Today we're going to be reacting to the biggest news right now for Battlefield 6, man. This is like breaking news, man. Like, I mean, not breaking news, but you guys already know, man. Today, Battlefield EA announced that they are working on a Battle Royale. So we're going to go ahead and react to this video right here. This is Espresso, by the way. We're going to go ahead and put the video on the description down below. So let's go ahead and react to this. Let's listen to this right here, and then we're going to go through the video because, man, I'm a little concerned about Battle Royale when it comes to Battlefield. But let's go and find out.
Exactly from the Battlefield 6 launch, and we get what is perhaps the biggest surprise announcement they could have made. Today, Battlefield 6 showed off its last core pillar of the game out of nowhere. Battle Royale. No real build-up or marketing or anything, just kind of a, hey, we're gonna do this. And what's
Alright, real quick though, I think that's a good move because like when it comes to like any announcement, like as far as like multiplayer campaign or anything like that, there's always some type of hype about it. Like, you know, announcement is gonna drop on the 10th or whatever, and then everybody's waiting for it. So we already know what the announcement is gonna be. This being a surprise, I think is huge because a lot of people are reacting to it, and now people are excited, but a lot of people have questions as well. So that right there is a good thing. I think that was a good marketing move, though. I don't think that was kind of weird. So let's continue.
crazier is that we'll also be able to get some hands on this, likely starting maybe this week. Today we're running down all you need to know, so drop your thoughts, drop a like, and make sure to subscribe for more Battlefield 6 and other FPS coverage. I'd love to have you in the community. We've got a very busy fall upcoming with multiple game launches, so we'd love to have you around if you'd like to stay up to date with all that kind of stuff. But let's start out with this announcement. Truly, out of nowhere, it was something that 5 p.m. Eastern on the dot, it was mentioned: Battle Royale, the Battlefield way. We see a great opportunity to infuse the core Battlefield pillars of class-based squad play, tactical destruction, and vehicle combat into the Battle Royale genre to create a high-stakes and adrenaline-pumping gameplay experience. This is Battlefield's twist on a classic formula, so you can expect to find all the core principles of Battlefield taking place within this mode. Gadgets, explosives, destructive environments, and vehicles can all be used to secure the win. What will be playable?
All right, so real quick, let's go ahead and go back right here.
What will be playable?
Let's go ahead and go back. Alright, so explosive, destructible environments, and vehicles. That those three things we don't have on any other Battlefield. No Battlefield, but any other Battle Royale right now. So as far as like squad tactic, all that stuff we have, but vehicles, even vehicles we had before, like you find in Fortnite, Call of Duty, things like that. Now, as far as like actually using a helicopter with like, you know, weapons attached to it, we don't have that on Call of Duty. Like, I don't think you get on a helicopter in Call of Duty you can start shooting down. So if they had that, or even jets, I think that's gonna be crazy. Now, as far as destructible environment, oh my god. So you guys can imagine if you have somebody like in a building, you know, it's a squad in a building. Let's say that on the minimap you call some type of UAV. I don't think they're gonna have UAVs. So it's going to be hard to like know exactly where people are. I wonder how that's going to work. But let's say you somehow find out that people inside a building. And from what we're seeing on some of the gameplays on the multiplayer, even with a hammer, right? You can hit the building and you can make the building collapse. So imagine if your whole squad gets C4s and you put a C4 around the building and everybody's just blow up the C4. The whole building collapsed while you had probably two members, you know, getting ready. And then as soon as the building collapses, if they don't die, you can just start spraying. I mean, that's just going to be insane. If we're able to do something like that, oh my God, yo. For real, that's going to be crazy.
And vehicles can all be used to secure the win. What will be playable? For a map, Battlefield is no stranger to epic maps, and this all-new map has been built for the Battle Royale experience. It features a diverse array of tactical points of interest, each with distinct layouts and themes that offer unique gameplay opportunities. Squad play in this test, each match will feature 100 players organized into 25 4-player squads, fighting to be the last one standing. Communicating with your squad through pings, text, or VoIP aims to boost the experience and enhance their tactical options. And second chances will be available where, between support class revives and mobile redeploy options, there are multiple tools to keep your squad in the fight.
Yo, this is huge, yo.
Now, that was some like high-level stuff.
This is huge. Yo, check this out. So when they say right here, vehicles, let me see. Or what's else here? Player can find common transport vehicles around the map and even unlock powerful armored vehicles to turn the tide battle. I read somewhere right here that you can use vehicles early in the match. I can't find it. It's somewhere here. All right, let me go ahead and say something about that. So the fact that you can not just get in like a truck and get on the truck and actually go somewhere, wherever you guys want to go. If you guys can get in a helicopter that has like miniguns, or if you can get in a tank, and then as soon as you get in a tank, you can just go and try to hunt for kills early in the match where you don't have to earn, you know, 4 points, or you guys don't have to like get kills or get some money to then buy those you know, vehicles when it comes to tanks, jets, or helicopter. If you can just get into some of them right away, I can already see a lot of people actually using vehicles just to hunt for kills. So that right there is going to be huge right here. Early in the match, that's what I was looking for. So that right there is going to be crazy. Now, tactical destruction, that's what I was talking about. Look at the walls to topple buildings. We look forward to seeing players and destruction and see how they can use it to defeat the opponents. That's exactly what I was talking about. Now, as far as 100 players, y'all, I think based on like Call of Duty, I believe Call of Duty was 100. Is it 100 or 125? It might be even 150. I don't remember. But I can see Battlefield map being bigger than a Call of Duty Warzone map. And I think 100, like they say, is kind of like an early standard. But I believe they're probably going to change it and put like 150 because how big a Battlefield map is. They probably just don't want too much chaos all at first, but
And mobile redeploy
we'll go and stop in the video.
There are multiple tools to keep your squad
the video
in the
play,
fight.
yo.
Now, that was some like high level stuff, but let's talk about some key gameplay details here. 100 players is that starting point and seems pretty normal feeling for player size, but it's also really dependent, I think, upon map sizing and traversal methods. This was mentioned for just simply the Battle Royale Labs testing. We don't know if that's going to be the final number that we end up seeing.
You see, that's what I was talking
launch
about.
Of the Battle Royale.
I never seen this video, and I kind of knew that was
going to be something that increases.
Something that was more like a test.
We'll have to wait and see. Of course, also the mention of VoIP being something to enhance the tactical nature of the engagement is nice, hoping that that also is a proximity chat-based thing. I feel like that would be very cool, whether they're at labs or in launch. I think that's a nice feature to have within Battle Royales at this point, and honestly, just all games of the social environment as is. The big thing that you're going to be trying to outrun and be conscious of beyond just other enemy players and anything that may be going on in the environment,
I heard about these.
The insta-kill ring of fire that denotes the edge of play here. They said, we set out to bring the most dangerous ring in gaming to Battle Royale that instantly kills players upon contact. With urgent warnings as the fire approaches, soldiers will be pushed into more intense firefights as the game space continues to shrink. There's no jumping in and out of it, no using it for cover, no walking through it. If you get caught in it, you are done. We're excited to see how this ring affects the pace of play and how it creates spontaneous showdowns. Whew. So no gas plays, no using it for cover. Dead instantly is quite the deviation here from a lot of the Battle Royale experiences we've seen in the past. Honestly, most of them that we've seen historically with Battle Royale. They're not...
Yo, real quick, it's going to be quick. So, yes, it's a deviation from what we've seen in the past, but like if you guys really, really think about it, how many people have exploited Fortnite? I don't play Fortnite, but I've seen people play Fortnite. They literally be on the storm for a long time. They find a way to stay on the storm and get other people that are not able to be on the storm die while they be on the storm, and they just be like exploiting that. When it comes to Call of Duty, if you have, for example, those the premium mask, whatever, the gas mask, the one that lasts longer. I forgot what that one is called. I haven't played Battle Royale in a while. Warzone. The mask that lasts for a long time, right? If you had that and then you had the steam shot and then you're able to go in the storm, make your way around certain areas to try to sneak into somebody, whatever the case might be, like you're not longer able to do none of that when it comes to the fire. Meaning that as soon as that storm comes, there's no waiting for somebody to jump out of the building so you can killing because you have a mask and you don't have to worry about the storm, right? So a lot of times people don't have a mask, they're going to take damage. They'll run out of the building. Somebody can stay behind, wait for that play, and start shooting. Now you got to go as well. Everybody going to have to go. I mean, that's just going to be crazy.
Not necessarily super forgiving in some areas, but you don't die immediately. So this is going to be really interesting to see how this plays out. The class system, of course, because it is Battlefield, is going to be there. This system will be in place transferring from multiplayer to the Battle Royale, where your tactical abilities to aid your team are going to be there. So if you want to have the full balance of one player for every single role, great, you can. You can help your team out in any way needed. But if you want to have all four of the same, you can also do that.
That's not bad. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that.
One thing that's going to be a caveat
I think that's a good choice right there, though.
Once you choose your class pre-game, you cannot change it. So keep that in mind. I'm curious to see if later on down the line they'll add some.
I mean, when it comes to
show you how I afforded this car.
When it comes to classes, right there is
100.
pretty much. I'm gonna skip this. When it comes to classes, it's pretty much like
the location you have to go to
gadgets.
in order to interact
I mean,
with
you
that,
can
but
still
for the time
use
being,
different
once you
weapons,
pick your class,
probably different loadouts, like as far as like
your weaponry and your
ARs,
gear. It said there are 5 tiers of
SMGs
weapons
and things
to
like
loot
that.
alongside with attachments, throwables like frag grenades, gadgets like RPGs, and strike packages like airstrikes, along with armor, upgrade kits, and custom drops of favorited weapons. All of these can be found across the experience throughout general loot crates, class-specific crates, unlocked armor trucks, mission rewards, or by looting defeated enemies. So you're going to have a plethora of different ways to get these different things. And when they mentioned custom drops of favorited weapons, that's essentially going to be your sort of loadout drop. Again, we don't know
5
exactly
tiers. That's crazy.
Yet what all comes along with that, or if it's just like one specific weapon you built out, but that's also something you can get more custom built stuff as well. Missions are going to play a prime role here with this, where players can gain access to missions to get XP to rank up, seemingly your soldier level in-game, so you have access to those features from multiplayer, like the different tiers and levels of your class abilities, giving you better and/or bonus abilities, but also things called intel cases will grant XP for your whole squad. Mission details will outline the available rewards like weapon caches, vehicle keys, or mobile redeploy units, leaving it up to you to decide what is going to be worth your time or the risk of it, and if you want to go for it. Once the mission objective is complete, it is mentioned the rewards are airdropped in, so squads are going to have to stay alert because it seems like you can steal those things from other enemies or be ambushed if that's the case.
Ooh, that's gonna be crazy.
And revives are going to be there for this battle royale, where you have the option between support revives and mobile redeploy.
I want to say something about these though.
There's different ways to get back into the fight. Vehicles, it said
so I'm glad they are not doing the Gula. Second chance between the support class. So if you want a second chance between support class revives and the mobile redeployment. So it's going to be some type of mobile redeployment. You're probably going to have to go to a buy station and redeploy your teammate. Or if you have a class, you're either able to revive the teammate that already died, or if you are the class, you can probably revive yourself with a second chance. My thing is, if that's the case, like as far as the second chance, and somebody's just drop you and you're trying to revive yourself, they're just gonna drop you right there once again. Like if you go to like on the last stand. I'm just glad they didn't copy Call of Duty and went with the Gula. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see like a copy of Call of Duty and just do a Gula. So that's a good thing.
Said players can find common transport vehicles around the map or unlock powerful armored vehicles to turn the tide of battle. Their intent is to offer more ways for players to traverse the map early on and in a match to create interesting combined arms action in the process. And finally, tactical destruction, of course. Battlefield, what is it without destruction? It's going to be everywhere in this mode, it said. From creating pathways through walls to toppling entire buildings, they look forward to seeing players' ingenuity with destruction and how they use it to defeat their enemies. So, again, all of this,
bro,
while
the
it's still
destruction
kind of very
is like
basic
the best
stuff,
part.
crazy that it just was announced.
It's gonna be what makes this battle royale completely different than any other battle royale.
The very most we can say is, which we'll touch on in a second, David Serland mentioned something a couple of hours before this happened, but yeah. Out of nowhere, we get probably the largest announcement for Battlefield 6 since its multiplayer reveal. So, pretty cool. Now, if you want to get in on this, it's going to be tested.
All right, so that's it. That's it for the news. Now, question for y'all, real quick though, and this is my only concern when it comes to Battlefield Battle Royale. Right, my thing is, Battlefield takes a couple of years to actually make a Battlefield game. Once they drop a Battlefield, you know everybody, especially all the Battlefield fans, everybody's be playing. The reason why I believe Call of Duty actually started dying was because once they had dropped Battlefield, once they had dropped Warzone, they start focusing everything on Warzone. Have you guys noticed, for example, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3? They took the maps from Warzone and put it on a multiplayer map, which is Ground War. So they're not even making their unique maps for the multiplayer. They're taking pieces from the Warzone map and put it on the multiplayer. Like, that's just lazy. If I'm already playing Warzone and you're gonna drop a multiplayer map and I'm playing on the same area, I want to see a new multiplayer map. So I feel like, for example, content creators, right, even myself, because I actually fell for that for a while. You go to multiplayer to level up your weapons. You stop playing multiplayer, and then right after that, you go and try to play the Battle Royale. Every content creator was doing that. If you guys remember people like, for example, Swag, right? I remember before Warzone ever came out, Swag was just playing multiplayer nonstop. Modern Warfare 2019, he was playing Ground War, getting nukes and all that stuff. Battle Royale comes, you never see him on multiplayer again. Every time Call of Duty come out, he'll play for a little bit because it's a beta, they announce it, and after that, it's all for the views. They announce it, and then after that, he just leave it, and then he go back to the Battle Royale. Every Call of Duty content creator that is like into Battle Royale, they do the same thing. The reason why I bring that up is because I'm hoping that this don't happen with Battlefield, because it's not just the content creators, it's the developers. Developers are going to basically look at what is bringing views. So if most of the views are going to the Battle Royale, especially since the content creators are streaming and they get 10, 20,000 people watching, as the developers, you're going to be looking at that. You're going to be like, yo, we got to put more time into the Battle Royale. Next thing you know, you focus too much on the Battle Royale, and I just feel like it's going to be like less interest on the multiplayer, meaning that you have other content creators that upload multiplayer. They're not even going to get views because everybody's focusing on the Battle Royale. Now you dividing the community. And now, because people are seeing that everybody's going to the Battle Royale, they going to stop playing multiplayer and go to the Battle Royale. That's my only concern, yo. That's my only thing. Another thing I want to say this thing. I know we just opened this channel, so they're probably not going to see this video. If you're going to drop the Battle Royale, I wouldn't recommend dropping the Battle Royale when the game come out. I would drop the Battle Royale at least 3 to 4 months after. That way you get people into the multiplayer and they all like in love with the multiplayer. And then once the Battle Royale come, if they want to play the Battle Royale, fine. But if you drop the Battle Royale right away when the multiplayer happens, you're going to have people picking and choosing. Oh, I don't want to play the Battle Royale. I want to play multiplayer. I don't want to play the multiplayer. I'm going to play the Battle Royale. Get people into the multiplayer because that's what the Battlefield is all about. So, I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments down below. And shout out to Espresso on this video. The link is going to be in the description down below. And I will see you guys next time, man.